vegetables, so.
Yeah, I have to do that tonight. I'm gonna like ask my GR and RC if they want any cheese and sour cream. Yeah. What was this other thing? Oh, with the snow, I was so excited because I like went to my car the day, like the first day it was snowing, and my car was covered in snow, and I was like, yes!
Awesome.
Like I had to scrape off the snow so I could see out the back window, and I was like, I feel so official. And then the next day, I went to a place called the Conservator Center. Does anyone know this place? No?
No.
Yeah. I went, it was interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about it. But the first day I was planning on going, it snowed out. And then I went yesterday, and it was cool. I'll show you videos. They had like lions, tigers, and wolves.
Okay, I was wondering if it was like a restaurant.
Where is
Yeah.
this?
It's in Burlington, North Carolina.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's like a little rescue. Look,
What's it called?
it's called the Conservator Center.
Weird.
Yeah. It was nice, but I'm not sure about it.
Yeah.
Because some of the things they were saying, I was like, Like they were talking about, like they socialize some of the animals. I was like, that seems like you're going to get eaten, and then the whole park's going to get shut down.
Oh, so, well, right, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you mean like human socializing?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like against protocol. Probably.
Exactly. But I'm like, because they're not AZA certified, they're a rescue. So like,
Oh,
for them, it would be allowed.
Yeah.
But still, I was like, that's questionable.
Yeah.
And they didn't do it with the lions and tigers, which I was like, thank God.
Right.
But they did it with like the wolves, and I was like, I know wolves are like dogs, but they're not dogs. And I know you said that on the tour, but I don't think you comprehend how much they're not dogs.
yeah.
So yeah. But it was still cool because like it'd be really funny, like one thing would set off all the animals. So you hear like the lions in the back like chuffing, roaring or whatever, and then like the wolves start howling, and they have a coyote, and he would just start like going off. And they have like the New Guinea singing dogs there, so it was just really fun.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you guys ready to go?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll start off with Andy. You can ask Victoria, why did you decide to major in environmental science? And I know you haven't declared your major, but we can act like when we do the
By the
reverse.
time this video is out,
Yeah.
I should.
Yeah. Okay.
When will
okay.
this video be out?
I would say in January is probably when it'll
Okay,
be
so you won't be declared by then.
Yeah, well.
You're a little lazy.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh, sorry, I had to throw in a roast there. Like, it was just an opportune moment. Sorry, we can continue with this.
It's going to be part of the outtakes.
Yeah.
The bloopers video.
Yeah.
Andy gets roasted.
It was like, I'm going to comment on the video. I was like, she still has not declared yet.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Could you guys pull your waters apart slightly?
Yeah.
Thank you. There,
Yeah, that's
it's
your
more
fault.
natural.
Yeah, that's your fault.
Fine.
Yeah, because you drank some of your water and you just put it too close to mine. What's
No,
wrong
they
with
were
you?
right next to each
Yeah,
other.
okay, whatever.
whatever. Maybe we should start.
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right, so yeah. Andy, you can ask Victoria first. Why did you decide to major in environmental science?
So why did you? Oh, we can't. Okay.
Sorry.
All right, that's fine.
Okay, go ahead.
So why did you decide to major in environmental sciences?
Well, I actually really liked environmental science because I came in thinking of like 3 different majors. And when I was like looking at the environmental science major, I started realizing like how open it is and how you can like explore different avenues and then even specialize and make your own specific thing that you're really interested in. And so that openness and like the fact that it allowed you to create something that's really yours and you can put on your diploma was really interesting to me. Yeah. So why did you decide to be environmental science?
So I guess I'm one of the lucky people who came to Duke knowing exactly what I wanted to do, which is basically I wanted to have a major that would allow me to pursue my passions of protecting the environment and learning everything I can about the natural world. So it was mostly a question for me of whether like EOS or environmental sciences or environmental science and policy. And it turns out I really like the hard science.
Yeah.
Policy is really important, and the intersection between science and policy is, of course, something that's really important for implementing anything as far as like environmental policy. But it's the sciences that I'm really into.
Yeah.
Very good. I'll answer to you guys.
Oh, this is like an off-camera guest question already.
Yeah.
But as far as like, I recently did a podcast, and they said, like, because it wasn't, like, camera and it wasn't, like, one role, they would have us, like, sometimes, they'd ask us a question, and we'd answer it, and they're like, okay, you could have said that in, like, 2 sentences, and they'd have us say it again.
Yeah.
Are we going to do that, too, or?
Well, actually, that would be great. I mean, we don't need to do that with every single question, but I think for some of them,
if it's
we probably
ever, like,
will.
a meandering path. Okay,
Yeah.
Because it is the same thing. I mean, we're just going to be cutting up.
Yeah.
And then the other thing, which is really hard not to do, I have a hard time not doing this, but when you're listening to the other person talk, is, you know, nodding and smiling, that's good, but not making any noise.
Oh, right, yeah.
Because which I always am like, yeah, right.
Yeah.
So just watch out for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not doing that. Just
I have to stop myself.
Yeah, it's so hard not to do that. But I'll remind you guys if I hear you doing it. Okay, so next question. What, and these are, you know, pretty much everything that we talked about before, so a lot of repeats. So what unique opportunities have you been able to take advantage of at the Nicholas School? So
Okay, so specifically at the Nicholas School?
Yeah, so and I mean, we're going to be, you can sort of talk about the lab experience, which we'll be talking about a little bit more. You guys also mentioned the marine lab. I think you also mentioned some really like hands-on classes that you were doing.
Yeah.
So this is a time to talk about those things.
Is Lemur Center Nick School or no? It's not, but
it isn't.
Yeah.
But it is environmental science related. But yeah, maybe not.
Okay, no, that's good. I just wanted to check. I was like,
yeah.
should I throw this in?
I
was
think
like,
the smart home is with Pratt technically.
yeah.
Right.
But the service learning class, that's an environmental science class. That's taught by a professor here, so.
Yeah. We're in Stewart's lab, and then I'm trying to think what I said last week. I know I said Lemur Center Marine Lab. So yeah, talk about Marine Lab. They're like spring travel courses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And whoever wants to ask first can go, I guess. Yeah.
So, like, I guess the question is like,
what
opportunities have you been able to take advantage of within the School of the Environment?
Okay.
Yeah, and maybe say School of the Environment instead of Nicholas School.
School of the Environment.
School of the Environment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want me to go first, Anna?
I can ask it.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. What unique opportunities? Okay. What opportunities have you been able to take advantage of in environmental school?
There's one class that I just finished up. It's a service learning class, which is like a special kind of course that you can take here at Duke, where instead of the traditional, you go to lectures, you take notes, you have a quiz, and at the end you take an exam. It's more hands-on. It's a project-based class. So in my class, we all had clients come and propose ideas that they wanted us to solve that are environmentally related. So my group, they wanted us to make a herpetofauna, a citizen science program for the Duke Forest. So we spent all semester researching existing programs and interviewing people and actually creating recommendations for how to make a citizen science project. So while I think, taking math classes and organic chemistry is really important, I'm also getting like real life skills, how to talk to people, how to make observations, how to create recommendations and give presentations. It's like more tangible and also very useful skills that I'll probably use in my career in the future. What about you?
Well, I'm really excited about an opportunity that's really unique to Duke in general, the Marine Lab. So there's so many classes you can take in Buford and learn, have like, again, the hands-on learning that you were talking about, but more in like an ocean and like beach kind of ecosystem setting. And I'm really excited about that. And the travel courses that are offered in the spring that allow you to go international and get international field experience, which is really exciting for me because that's something I'm very interested for my career. So to have that opportunity to actually get started as an undergrad, getting international experience is really exciting for me.
Is there a course you're like particularly interested in at the Marine Lab? Or?
I'm really interested in, there's a course in Singapore that's on urban ecosystems and how kind of animals react to like urbanization. So I'm really excited to go to that class and see like how the human-wildlife interactions change and how do you like preserve species when there are like urbanization occurring and development happening. So I'm excited for that one, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Very good. So can you say the beginning of that, Begin Victoria, is actually Beaufort?
Beaufort, no.
Beaufort's in
Yeah.
South Carolina.
Yeah.
It's spelled the exact same way, so it's really
That's funny.
confusing.
Yeah.
That's how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
I didn't pronounce it correctly. Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, so
Beaufort.
just say sort of the beginning couple of sentences again where, like, I think you said, I'm really excited about all the Marine Lab has to offer and about taking classes in Beaufort. I think just,
Yeah.
you know, the little intro that you said.
Okay. An opportunity I'm really excited about that's unique to Duke in general is going to Beaufort and studying at the Marine Lab. It's really amazing that we have the opportunity to go to a campus that's on an island itself and then do field research and take classes that focus on marine ecosystems and give you hands-on experience at Beaufort, and then also have the opportunity to take travel courses in the spring where you go international and get international field experience. For me, that's really exciting because that's something I'm looking forward to in my future doing international work. So to have that opportunity as an undergrad to get that experience is really amazing.
Is Beaufort an island?
Beaufort itself isn't, but the Marine Lab is on an island.
Yeah.
Wait, no way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a bridge you have to drive on to
I
get.
didn't notice that.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a little like jet.
No.
Interesting. You
It's
said
an
that, I was
island.
like,
You're like, what? Just blew your mind.
Hivers Island. It's
Yep.
called. Yeah. Okay. Great job.
Ugh. I was holding that sneeze in. I was like, don't ruin the shot.
Okay. So, did you have any thoughts on that or saying anything again?
I don't know, maybe we can circle around at the end. I don't know.
Yeah, I think at the end we're going to come back to talk about the Marine Lab a little bit more.
Okay.
But, or is there anything else?
Well, I was thinking maybe some like good like connector sentences, like having them say, you know, the opportunities at Duke have been incredible. Like that may be useful under edit.
Yes.
So I guess maybe two things, just so we have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe each of you asking each other just the question again, like in a natural way, however you would ask it. I know it's kind of weird when someone says, "Can you ask this specific question?"
Yeah.
But maybe something along the lines of like, "So what opportunities have you taken advantage of, or what cool things have you done, or whatever?
Yeah.
Right.
What cool things have you done at the School of the Environment?" And
Yeah.
just so we can get both of those questions, so we have them if we need
Yeah.
them.
Gotcha.
So Andy, do you want to start?
Do you want to
first?
do both of them? Like what opportunities and like what cool things? Or
Yeah, maybe
just
you
have
try it
our
a couple
voice.
of times, but
Yeah.
it feels most natural to you.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, actually, give me 1 second. Mine stopped. I don't know if you restarted.
Yeah,
that.
I restarted that
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, am I supposed to do that?
I think I'm asking you.
Okay, yeah.
Or we're
'Cause
just
I- 'cause
asking
I-
questions, not
Just
answering.
asking the
Yeah.
question. Whoever wants to go first.
Okay. Oh.
There we go.
No, you can go. I think you have a plan.
So what cool things have you done at the School of the Environment?
Am I supposed to answer? No, okay. Things. What things have you been able to do at the School of the Environment?
Very cool. And yeah, maybe we could have one of you say, like, wow, there's so many opportunities
Yeah.
available to undergrads at the School of the Environment. Or
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. Something
Okay.
like that. Or both of you could try that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, I can say something.
As if,
Yeah.
sort of like, as if you're starting to answer the
Yeah.
question. You guys
Yeah,
just-
that's what I'm make sure. The School of Environment offers so many different opportunities for undergrads.
That was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. That,
Okay,
I heard
okay,
it.
good.
It's succinct. Yeah. That sounded good.
Okay.
Wow, there's a ton of things you can do at the School of the Environment for undergrads. I stole
Great
your
job.
wow.
Yeah, I like feel weird.
That was great. That was very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very good. Okay, great job. So moving on to the next question. So now we're going to talk a little bit about your experience in the lab. So one thing Scotty mentioned was, we don't need to talk about how hard it was for you to to get
in contact with Stuart
and all of that. Yeah. But maybe just sort of talking about, just what a unique experience you guys have been able to have because you've been working in his lab, and you can mention his name and sort of the general field of study. And
would you like us to refer to him as Dr. Pym?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah. It'll be hard. We
always call him Stuart. But, well, Doctor.
Yeah, we've been in a situation where we had to call him Dr. Pym before, and we always mess up, but...
Yeah. I'll keep an ear out for that and remind you guys. And then, we really liked the stories where you were talking about interacting with the other lab members and the advice they were giving you. Even if they give you a hard time about stuff. So you guys can start by asking, so what experience, or how to phrase that one. So, like, what's it been like working in Dr. Pym's lab, or working in a lab in the School of the Environment? And then you guys can go on to have sort of a natural conversation like we did the other day, where you just sort of discuss what, all that you like about it.
Yeah.
Should we, I guess we have to, we can say each other, it's fun working with each other or something.
Yeah, it'd be great. Yeah, just sort of so it's clear that both of you guys are working.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool beans.
I'm trying to think how to ask. Because I don't know, I don't know.
Or you can be like, so what do you like most about working in? Yeah. So that sort of indicates that you both work there too.
You got it? You want me to ask?
I can try to ask if you want me to.
What's your favorite part? What's been your favorite part of working in Dr. Pym's lab?
So being able to interact with and get advice and work with Dr. Pym has been so mind-blowingly cool. This guy is a renowned scientist, publishing papers that people across the world have read and used for their own research, and to work with him and have him show me how to do environmental science research has just been it's one of the coolest things I've done so far, and one of the most amazing things. I'll tell my friends back home that I'm working with a famous scientist as a sophomore as an undergrad, and it's almost unbelievable. It's really cool.
Yeah, I think that's an amazing thing offered by the environmental school, and just Duke also, that the fact that we're able to work with these renowned scientists that have their own Wikipedia page, so you can check them and verify them, whatever, and just knowing that these people are actually the tops in their field, and they're gonna share and they're willing to share their knowledge with you, and they're able to help educate you and advance your career and offer you different opportunities that the school doesn't even offer. So that's like you said, it's been a mind-blowing experience just knowing that we're working with the top professionals in the fields that we're interested in, and they're giving us their advice, and they're willing and able to mentor us and want to see us be successful is amazing.
Yeah, and more than that, I think our lab mates are really cool too. They're a good resource. So Dr. Jacobson, for example, watching him and seeing him having gone through all the stages that we're hoping to go through is really inspiring, and he's given me a lot of good advice personally about persevering with my work. And even though sometimes the research might not be the most glamorous because there's a lot of work that you have to put in before you get to the final eureka moment, going through all that is what he told me is very worthwhile. And I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's really awesome, our lab setting, and just knowing that, our lab really is like a family. We have the older brother, Dr. Jacobson, and then the funny younger brothers who just mess around with us and tease us all the time, but try and actually help us and help improve our work and our research methods, and just want to see us grow and want to help us through that undergrad process. Is really amazing, and it's great knowing that we have that whole team willing and able to help us and want us to be successful and want to see us publish papers and become official researchers ourselves, which is really amazing.
That was so good, you guys. I really loved that.
Yay.
Yeah. I like how excited you guys both got talking about that. That was really great. I'm trying to think how to make it like really clear to the viewer that you guys both work in the lab together.
Yeah.
So maybe talking just a little bit, saying, not going into detail about the project that you guys do together, but sort of, I don't know if there's an anecdote or something you can tell about, well, I guess, yeah, just how nice it's been to work together as a team on a project.
Yes.
Can we?
Yeah.
I'm so happy to join you.
Yeah. Can we talk about like how we love being lab mates or something? Like
and sorry, I'm just gonna.
How amazing is it to work with me as a lab mate?
No, it's okay.
I'm trying to think. How do we make it clear? Maybe like talk about not to be like bratty or anything, but like maybe talk about like my first day. So like you talk about how you're like, yay, I saw you, and I was like, yay, I'm in a lab.
Trying to think of a question. Like.
Yeah. Or I could just say like, just in general, our first days in lab. So I can be like, how was your first day working with Dr.
Yeah, and we don't have to start every conversation with a question. So if it's not natural to start this conversation with a question.
I feel like I could start it being like, and I'm so grateful for the day you walked in the door and joined me or something like that.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
Let's try that.
Want to just try that?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm so grateful for the day that you walked in the door and joined me. So I had been at it for about a month or so working on this project by myself, and it was really fun. I mean, this hummingbird project that we're working on was well on its way, but to have you join and to have us like figure out this new world together was really nice.
It was pretty great walking in and realizing that there's another undergrad in the lab. It always worries you being like the lower end of the pedestal, but just knowing that like not only was everybody like open and like really friendly and social, but just having that other person who's like on the same education level and like on the same level, I don't know what's going on, I'm trying to figure this out, so we can figure it out together, was a really great and like comfortable feeling.
Yeah, it's great to like use each other and what we know in conjunction, because I think, I've taken stats, for example, and you have experience like working at the Arizona Zoo and stuff, so we just have different skill sets, and like to bring them together to work on this project was really good. It was like much better than me working by myself.
Yeah, and it gives us like the ability to check each other and then like share, like you said, share knowledge with each other, because we're able to be like, hey, like you've been doing it this way, why don't you do it this way? Or like we can brainstorm and have time to be like thinking, what are we doing? What's the next step? And try to figure it out together, rather than being by yourself in the little corner and being like, hey guys, like, what should we do next? So.
Great, very good. Do you have any thoughts about any connector sentences or anything that we need for that?
No, I had jotted down something about, it seems to me that it's kind of unusual for undergrads to be doing this type of research and having these types of experiences. But Andy, you nailed that at the beginning. I mean, you pointed that out, because I think that's significant. But do you have any other? Yeah, we really like how natural you're.
You guys are doing so.
Should we? Is it? I don't know if it's important, but I was wondering, should we like find a way to say what our lab is? Like not like what it is, but like so people understand like what our kind of work is.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea. Also, does anyone want any crackers? I know you guys didn't eat breakfast.
Oh, are you hungry?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm actually good right now. It's the nerves.
Sorry, I didn't mean like stare at the box the way that it was. I was like actually interested in like what these were.
Yeah.
I think they're supposed to feel like off-brand wheat thins.
Field.
Well, let me know if you want me.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So how could you say that?
Maybe just say.
You could maybe.
Just like saying what we were looking for in a lab or something. I don't know.
That would be, that's good. And then you could also then say, and now we've been working in the lab together for a year.
Yeah.
Or
a semester.
Yeah.
And we're going
semester and a half
summer.
because of summer. So we've been working together for like. We started working June 1st.
Oh wait, yeah.
well, together.
Mm-hmm.
Together. It's not all about you. No, I'm just kidding.
That's perfect. And then maybe you can also talk about your plans for next summer.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Mhm.
That you're gonna get to travel. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Do you
Yes,
want-
First, you want to talk about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah,
why?
ask
How
me?
we find? Sure.
Okay,
Sure.
yeah.
What we were looking for in a lab,
Yeah.
and then
We just
it's
talked about
been
it for a while.
yeah. Talk about that for a
Yeah.
while, and then
Okay.
we'll get somewhere.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So, what were you looking for when you were looking for a place to work?
Yeah, for me, I really know from. Sorry, I'm gonna say this again. Yeah, for me, I really knew that I wanted to be in like a conservation biology lab because I'm really interested in doing conservation work for wildlife and especially like international work. So when I was looking for a lab, the first place I actually went to was my environmental science teacher because I had no idea like how to weed out all these different labs that are here on campus and all the opportunities that you have and how to find like the professor who's really aligned with your interests. And after talking to my professor, he pointed me out to Dr. Stuart Pym, who is the best wildlife conservationist like in the world. So that was a pretty amazing opportunity. I reached out to him and he was like, yeah, of course, like I love having undergrads in my lab, which I found to be like the overarching theme in the School of the Environment. Just, yes, I want to help you. I want you to be successful. So going there and starting work in wildlife conservation and looking at different projects that are available and different directions that could be taken was like really amazing, and it was a great opportunity. So how did you find Dr. Pym?
I actually met him in person for the first time at an E.O. Wilson event, which was like already the coolest night ever because E.O. Wilson is a hero of mine, and
Yeah.
he came for biodiversity days at the Nick School.
Sorry.
Oh.
I need to switch out the card.
Oh, okay. I do you need one. I have one over here.
Yeah, I actually do.
Yeah, take a sip. I'm gonna sip it from this side in case my lipstick is on it. Just a little bit, but not bad.
Is that lip gloss?
See, it's just lipstick, but it like didn't get on it.
Mhm.
It's just like that little splotch there.
Turn it.
Yeah, make it.
We should be like
Say it right.
Stuart's lab.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Can we do that actually?
Yeah, we can.
What should we say? To hummingbirds.
Yes, hummingbirds.
All right, you wanna?
Sure.
All right. To hummingbirds.
Oh, you got a drink after.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Oh wait.
I want to wait until I can get
Oh,
this
okay,
on
yeah.
camera.
Yeah.
Just do 1 second.
We should also both say it.
Yeah, we should both say it. To hummingbirds.
To hummingbirds.
No, we should say to lab mates because we're like
Lab mates
for life. Yeah, be like lab mates for life.
Friends and what?
Oh, if you can once again just look
Oh,
right into the camera so I can focus.
Friends, lab mates, environmentalists for life.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm good.
Okay. You want to do it?
Yeah. What are we gonna say? Hummingbirds or lab mates?
Or lab mates for life. I don't know. What do you want to say?
I like lab mates.
To lab
Yeah.
mates. Yeah.
All right.
Wait, to lab mates or lab mates for life?
I don't know.
Lab mates for life. Sounds
Yeah.
good.
All right.
Okay. And go.
Lab
Lab mates for life.
That's cute.
That was
Yeah.
great. Thank you. That'd be a great way to end the video. I like that.
Oh, you'd asked me.
Yeah. So
We were
how did you?
talking- Yeah, if you could start from the beginning.
From the beginning,
How
yeah.
you met Stuart.
Okay, yeah.
Doctor.
Doctor.
Dr.
Oh,
Pym.
actually, I probably called him Stuart already.
No, I
No,
didn't.
No, you didn't.
Okay, sweet.
You we said
Yeah.
Okay.
E.O. Wilson. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want me to introduce it again, or do you want to just get in? So how did? Well, no, that's not what I want to say. So what were you looking for when you were trying to find a lab?
Actually, can you ask me the other question?
Yeah. Wait, what did I ask before?
Yes. How did I join?
Oh, okay. Okay. How did you find Dr. Pym's lab?
So I actually met Dr. Pym in person for the first time at an E.O. Wilson event, which was like already the coolest night ever. It was for Biodiversity Days at the Nick School, so they had Paul Simon playing, and E.O. Wilson gave a talk among other people, and Dr. Pym was there. And at the end of the event, I walked up to him, got brave, and just introduced myself to him, and told him that I was an undergraduate interested in doing research, and he said, well, I've got a project that I've been wanting to do for a long time and could use some help on it. Like, I'll email you and we'll get in touch. And then that's how it started. So that summer, I began research in May, working on our hummingbird project.
I joined you in June, and now we're lab mates forever. Yeah, I found that undergrad professors and professors at Duke in general, especially in the environment school, are really open to having undergrads in their lab and are like, yeah, sure, come join me. And then you just find out that they're super famous and they know everything and they can just help you with any question that you have, which is really a great opportunity because they provide different opportunities, giving you different experience in different areas or having access to different programs or opportunities you didn't know about before. Have you found anything that Stuart? Oh no! I said it. I'm gonna do that whole thing over again because I was trying to get to.
You can just do that one.
Have you found? You can start.
That
question.
Just do that. Okay. Has Dr. Pym been able to offer you different opportunities that you might not have had before?
Absolutely. I mean, besides the actual research of exploring hummingbird extinction rates and the stuff that we do, he's taught me a lot about just the scientific community and the research world in general, which as lovely as our research is, I think maybe even more important to me becoming a scientist and me going out into the world and perhaps one day doing research of my own or working with a team of people. I already have these skills and I'm already getting familiar with how the scientific community works because of being able to watch and work with Stuart. I basically get to learn how the scientific community works by being able to work and watch Dr. Pym do the conservation work that he does and be able to learn from the best.
Yeah, it's been amazing working with Dr. Pym because he's so kind and willing to share all his information and mentor us, which is great because, he spends most of his time out of the country doing conservation work, but the fact that he finds time to help us and he wants to help us get experience doing conservation work and going out in the field is an amazing opportunity because it's not something you can get anywhere. This is just something the School of the Environment go back and do that one. This is just something that the School of the Environment really just promotes and wants their faculty to be engaged with their students and vice versa, and it's just an amazing experience.
Yeah, he's so much more than just a lab coordinator. I feel like he's very much a teacher too, because instead of just telling us to go to point A to point B and how to do it, he allows us to try to manipulate the data on our own, make decisions about how we want to conduct our research.
Tweak things that he may not have thought of, but typically is wrong, but he lets us tweak it anyway.
Yeah, and that kind of learning process I think is more important than just getting from point A to point B the fastest way possible. We're learning so much in the time in between.
Yeah, it's been a great opportunity. He's a great mentor, and obviously we've said this so many times, he's a genius, so it's nice to be able to pick the brain of a genius every once in a while.
Wow, that was great. You guys are the best advocates for the School of the Environment. Awesome. I'm just going to adjust the mic a little bit.
No worries.
That's how we should start the video. Why are you so derpy? Why are you so roastable, Andy?
That's when Stuart said I was at my spirit animal is a hummingbird.
Yeah. Hummingbirds are very
And
talented.
then you immediately were like, you're that one that just sits there and like,
Grr.
yeah, the derpy one. And I was like, thanks.
Sorry.
Uh,
Oh, we need to talk about summer, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
that would
Oh,
be great.
yeah.
Sorry, I just need a cracker wipe.
how did we just end? I think we said something about opportunities.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, do me ask, like, you can't ask me what I'm doing this summer, though, because I don't know. I can ask you. So, what are you planning on doing this summer?
Oh, that's
Or-
what we're
yeah.
gonna do.
Yeah.
Why'd you ask that when I was like,
No, it was an example question.
yeah,
It might be good to start with maybe not a question this time, but
Yeah, just say.
like, and not only do we get great hands-on experience in the lab, like I'm also gonna
Yeah.
have the opportunity to go out in the field.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to segue that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. We good?
Good. Okay. Yeah, it's amazing that we have this hands-on experience here at school, but also to have different opportunities abroad. I'm really excited that Dr. Pym has helped me get a research position in Gorongosa National Park in Mozambique next summer. So for 10 weeks, I'll be out there tracking leopard populations and seeing how those are doing with the restoration of the national park, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah, that's really cool. And I'm super happy that I can continue the hummingbird work that we've done here at school, but in the real world. So he's gonna, Dr. Pym will be, oh, sorry.
You're good.
I thought there was like a stop.
No, it was like my earbud fell out.
Yeah, I'm really excited because Dr. Pym has been able to, rewind. I'm excited because I don't know. I'm like
Yeah.
trying to like,
Should I-
because there's like not much I can say about what I'm doing yet.
Should I hit you up with a,
No, it's okay. I can just say that I'm doing hummingbird research in Ecuador.
yeah.
That's enough, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
enough. Okay.
say you're doing that, and I have something I'm going to say afterwards.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I'll say the whole thing again. Yeah. And I'm really excited to continue the hummingbird research that we've done here all semester long, but actually in the real world. So Dr. Pym has arranged a way for me to go to Ecuador this summer and continue tracking hummingbirds using camera footage. And I actually don't. Again, I trap myself. I don't know what to say.
You
I
want to
can
just
try that one
say?
more time in a sentence.
Yeah, I was going to say you want to say more, just tracking hummingbird populations
I don't know what I'll
in
be
person or something. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. But this summer, I'll be able to go to Ecuador and in person, in the field, keep conducting the hummingbird research we've been doing all semester.
Yeah. Make sure you bring back some souvenirs and chocolate. I really want chocolate.
I can't say what I want you to be.
Yeah.
What do you want her to
They're apparently where she's at are really famous for their wine.
Oh.
So I can't be like,
Right.
bring me back some wine.
Yeah.
Ooh, in Mozambique, that does sound good.
Yeah.
But where I'm from, they're famous for chocolate. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more peachy.
Yep.
Okay, that was so great. Is there anything you were thinking we should get repeated about that, or? I mean, that's the last question I have about the lab. So I don't know if there's anything else you wanted to say about the lab, but if you feel like we've covered it, then we can. move on.
I feel good.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you guys said some really great stuff.
I'm gonna need to switch out my battery. Actually, I think I have batteries.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
You don't have a cracker? Thanks. Now that I see food, I'm hungry.
Yeah, I know.
You don't want one still?
Oh no, I'm good still. Yeah, that arch for the longest time, I thought that arch was at the Marine Lab.
Oh, you've just seen it in photos?
Yeah, and I was just like, yeah, Marine Lab, because it'll always be an environmental science thing. And I'm like, I know the building is here on campus, but I'd always just be like, Marine Lab, Marine Lab. And then one day I drove past it, and I was like, got the marine lab. Oops. Yeah. Nice.
In one of our other one-on-one videos, one of the professors was talking about that arch too, but she was like, "It looks like a vagina."
Oh my god.
Yeah, we have that on film.
I did not get those vibes.
Yeah, I didn't get that vibe either.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I shouldn't have to look for that.
Yeah.
I just did something horrible.
Oh no.
I mean, not really. I'm just being a baby. I like got
Oh.
my nail caught and it's like torn really deep. You know, has that
Yes,
happened
and
to you?
like,
Where you're like, I'm gonna have to wait like a month until it grows out.
yep.
No.
I hate that because then you're like, if it gets caught on something, it's gonna really hurt.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I was so ready for you to say like that hadn't been recording the whole time.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I was like, what?
I was like,
I was about to be like,
Thinking about it,
woo,
I'm
let's
like-
do it again.
Not so bad to just hurt your nail.
So I think it actually, if you screw the bottom one first, that's what actually screws it in.
This.
Sorry, this thing here. This is what.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, but.
Us trying to figure out the camera for the class.
oh my gosh, that was funny. We never really did figure that out, did we?
Not really.
Sorry,
We were
we
just
kinda
like,
it would always just
oh yeah,
No,
yeah.
I
What?
I actually.
We were just like, it hasn't fallen yet.
yeah.
You got your questions ready for lunch?
Do you want me to give you your phone battery?
No.
Or do you want me to hold on to it and charge it?
Girlfriend, I have
Oh,
had
yeah, either way.
so many exams.
I know. I know.
Also, my first question is, what am I doing?
I've been building up questions all semester. And I'm really upset because I think I bought these blue pants, right? And I think I can't wear them.
Wait, the Kim Possible pants?
No. No. Kim Possible pants are Kim Possible color.
Okay.
But I got like other pants that are blue. And I'm pretty sure I can't wear them. Because I started like looking up stuff and like travel advice and stuff. And people were like, don't wear blue. Because the fly you're trying to avoid is attracted to the color blue. And I'm like, I have to see if this is real because I'll be upset. I like my blue pants.
Yeah.
What flyer?
What is it called? The Tetsi?
Tootsie.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Is it actually attracted to blue? Do you know?
I haven't heard that.
Okay. Because I'd like to keep my pants. And I'm pretty sure I have like, I always gravitate towards blue. Like,
Yeah, I feel like everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I was looking at my closet and literally everything is like black and white. And then I'll be like, let me get some color. So I'll buy like something blue. So it's like black, white, and blue.
A lot of my closet is green, blue, and black and gray. Lots of gray,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, I have lots of black, white, and then like tans, variations
Oh,
of
yeah.
tan and
And
beige.
I have this one bright yellow shirt. It's horrible.
I don't think I have any yellow. Like I organize my closet by color. So like the red section's like a little big. There's like one orange shirt, yellow's gone, like two things green,
Yeah.
blue, and then like purple, white.
Yeah.
So yeah. And then my t-shirts are just like whatever. Like it's whatever I can get on for free on campus.
I was about to say my closet is my t-shirts. I was like, what do you mean?
Well, I keep my t-shirts in the drawer.
I actually hang mine up.
And yeah, it's
They're
like,
my
'cause that's what you
work
wear.
clothes.
I wear those to bed. Unless I'm like, I feel like being an environmental science major today. Where's my environmental science shirt?
Two types of people.
Yeah, right? Exactly. That's why I was like, we just to how we are.
Yeah.
Except you didn't wear a t-shirt because you're like, I need a color.
Yeah, this is my nicest thing, probably.
Mm.
I'll get crumbs off.
So, two questions, and you can sort of tell me what order you want to talk about those in. So, what do you want to do after you graduate? But also, how has the research in your time at Duke so far influenced your sort of career goals? So you can talk about this together,
Yeah.
or we could do one first. I'm not sure which makes more sense to you guys.
I think
Yeah.
the second one makes more sense because it's saying how does the research impact how we want to be.
Yeah, don't me ask you that?
Yeah, you can ask me that. And
Yeah. We're ready to go?
Yeah.
Yep. Has working in Dr. Pim's lab changed the way you want me to ask first, like, how your career or your career path has changed, or like?
However you want to ask it, I'll incorporate. I know I'm like, for me, it's an incorporated question.
Okay, yeah.
So however you want to ask it, I'll just.
Do you want me to ask like
adapt.
how your environmental science direction has changed, or like?
Maybe like. How is like my experiences impacted?
Yeah.
Like what I want to do.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I think that something along those lines.
So has the experience of working in Dr. Pim's lab changed the way that you want to approach the environmental field?
Yeah, so for me coming into Duke, I mentioned earlier that I did not know how I wanted to get into environmental sciences. I knew I wanted to work with animals, and I knew I wanted to work in conservation because of my previous work that I had done. But coming to Duke and working at the Lemur Center and working under Dr. Pim, I quickly realized there's so many different fields and opportunities that are within conservation, and my experience in his lab has just let me know that it's okay that you don't know exactly what you want to do, and I think the major really reflects that as well. The major is so open and allows you to take different classes and then do that specialization I mentioned earlier, and it just gives you the opportunity to explore different things and see what you want to do. So from that experience in classes and just working for Dr. Pim, I've really narrowed it down that I do know that I do want to work in the sciences, and I am pursuing the BS in the environmental science degree, and I would like to continue on after school and get an advanced degree, become a doctor of philosophy, and work on animal conservation. And one thing that I really learned in Dr. Pim's lab is that you don't have to focus on just one thing, which coming into college I was really worried about. I was like, oh no, I have to pick like one animal that I want to focus on, and that's the only animal I can save. But my lab experience has shown we're working on hummingbirds in that part of the lab, but other people are working on mangroves, and then there's the big cats, which is part of the class, and then giant pandas, and just seeing that in that one lab space, you're working on so many different issues, and that's a career path that you can go on and be successful in, was really encouraging for me and really confirmed what I'm doing and my major, and really helps my parents feel more comfortable knowing that I'll actually find a job or be able to do something after college. So my lab experience has really helped me with that.
Yeah, I've had a really similar experience. I guess I expected to come into college and have to specialize immediately, but what actually happened is I came and I found out that environmental science is so broad, it's so huge. It embodies law and policy and hard sciences, and all these things are interesting to me. So I've been exploring all of them, and by being in Dr. Pim's lab, I've been able to explore the conservation research side of that, which has been incredibly interesting. And like you said, it also isn't a totally binding thing. It's something that you can learn from and hop on another path from, or continue indefinitely. So the variety of things you can do with the environmental science field is really exciting, and I hope I never stop exploring the different venues of environmental science that there are. So after I graduate from Duke, as an undergraduate, I'll hopefully be going on to graduate school. I have my sights set on a PhD in the future. I don't think I'll ever stop wanting to learn and keep doing environmental work.
Yeah, and it's amazing that the School of the Environment gives you the skills and the basic foundation you need to do whatever you want after undergrad. You're not just getting a diploma for your undergrad and being done. You're not just getting the BS, but you're also preparing yourself for the next step, whether that is going straight immediately and getting a job, or going on to graduate school and getting a master's or a doctor's degree. And it's just been a great opportunity knowing that I will have that foundation to choose at my senior year, so I don't have to know exactly right now, but I'll be ready when I need to make the choice.
I agree. I feel like the School of the Environment is really preparing me for whatever it is I end up choosing to do in my future.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and now we want to do...
Yeah,
I guess you covered both.
I think you did cover both, but then I have a slightly different question that's similar. How do you feel, because I feel like generally, and based on what you guys have said before, people going into the environmental fields like are doing it because they want to have a positive impact on the world. And so sorry, I wrote down some notes. So sort of what problem do you want to solve, or do you think you will maybe solve, or what positive impact are you hoping to have on the world? And if you can, I don't know if you'll be able to sort of tie that back to things you've learned at the Nicholas School, that'd be great. But that's a hard question, I realize.
Yeah,
So
that is a hard question.
we can sort of talk it out beforehand, or if you have any questions.
What do you want to solve, Andy?
World peace.
Yeah, right. World peace, answer to everything.
And actually, you don't have to talk so specifically about
Yeah.
what you want to solve.
Ah!
Whoa.
Yeah, that is
Okay.
But just if it is
Oh.
true, talk about the fact that you do want to solve some of the world's environmental, or sort of, just talk about that passion that you guys have for making the world a better place, and how that fits into choosing environmental science as your major.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm ready.
Can I take a shot at pre-meds and be like, I might not be a doctor, but no, I'm joking. I'm just joking. If you want to start it off, I can maybe figure something out.
Yeah. Do you want to ask me, like, what am I?
Okay, so how do you want me to ask? Do you want me to ask you, like,
Maybe
is there a problem you want to solve, or is there something?
Like, I would ask, like, what's your motivation for choosing
Okay.
science?
What's been your motivation for choosing the environmental science major and going in an environmental science field?
So, I don't know when I first became interested in our environment. It was probably at a really young age, because ever since I was able to walk, I've been out in the woods, collecting sticks, playing games in the creek, otherwise just really enjoying the world that is ours. So my sister and I, we grew up in western North Carolina near Asheville, so we have the beautiful Blue Ridge Mountains as a backyard, which is absolutely amazing. And there's a lot of people out there who are staunch conservationists, how are you do that? There's a lot of people in the Appalachian region who dedicate their lives to protecting this beautiful natural world that we have, and that's been really inspiring to me. And I also feel that it resonates with me really deeply, because one of the things that I care about the most is the world that we live in, and the beautiful and amazing and sometimes even scary things that are our natural wildlife, our natural I'll end that sentence. Okay. Yeah. So I care deeply about the things that are our natural world, and I want to spend my life protecting the things that I care about. I know this career path is much more than myself. I wouldn't be doing this for money and fame. I'm doing this more because I'm passionate and I care about something, and I want to spend the entire rest of my life doing something that will be fulfilling and make me happy, and also make the world a better place.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, now you want to think?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I have, I don't really have a transition, but I'm just going to talk.
Yeah.
You just want to talk?
So, yeah. For me, when I was younger, I was really impacted going to the zoo and visiting the animals. And that was the first time someone explained to me the concept of extinction and animals going extinct. And that was just such a mind-blowing idea to me. Like, what? Like, the beautiful tigers that are here are going to disappear if we don't save them. And from there, I actually went home and I decided to be like a little animal crosswalk person. So, as I'm sure you know, sometimes frogs don't make it across the sidewalk, so I would be there helping them along and like telling people to stop and helping them around. And so from there, that's when I had an evolution of different careers I wanted to take. So first it started off as animal trainer, because in my young mind, that was a conservation effort, and then eventually evolved to vet. And here we are today. I would like to be a wildlife biologist. Here we are today. I'd like to be a wildlife conservationist. And it's just something, it is a career of passion, as you mentioned, and it is something that I want to do because it's something I want to do because I can't stand the thought of living in a world where there are no tigers, or there are no elephants, or there's no red wolves running around in North America. And for me, it would be just a shame to stand by and watch everything go away, knowing that I can get the skills and I can work with these creatures that I'm so passionate about and contribute to their survival and help them carry on in this world so future generations can see them, but also so they can keep our world healthy and maintain the world that we live in and that we cherish. So the thought of just standing by and watching things happen, I've never been a bystander, or at least I try not to be, so I can't be a bystander in this situation. So it's been something I'm very passionate about, and the thought of being able to at least save one species is just amazing, or even just contributing to their survival is just something that I would like to be a part of and know that I helped, so I can tell the future generations I was there and I helped with the survival of the red wolf or the Mexican wolf or whatever other species needs help.
That's great, you guys. Yeah. Could you also sort of, continuing on that, then tie it in to say, and I'm so happy to be at Duke and taking classes at the School of the Environment, or majoring in environmental science, because that is going to prepare me to help solve these problems or help me fulfill those dreams.
I actually have a way to go there.
Okay.
Is that okay? I don't have a question, but I have like a go there. And for me, because I was so passionate and so and wanted to go to a school that will provide me those skill sets that I need for this career, that's how I found Duke University. The School of the Environment is such a unique opportunity here, and it is world-renowned. It's top in the nation. It's amazing to know I'm going to a school that's one of the best schools for the environment. It offers different opportunities like the Lemur Center, Marine Lab, the professors that are in the School of the Environment, and just knowing that I will have the classes and have the skill set that I need to go out in the field and go out in the world and make it a better place.
Yeah, I think Duke is objectively a really amazing school, and a lot of people choose it because, it's USA News Today ranking of, number 4, number, I shouldn't say the number, should I? But yeah, Duke is objectively a really good school, but for me, what made it super special was actually the Nicholas School of the Environment, because this separate school that we have within Duke is a world leader in environmental sciences and conservation work, and it's the best place that I can think of to go and get an education, get the hard and soft skills that you need to become an environmental science, to make a difference. Because I don't want to just learn about the environment and be this basin of environmental knowledge. I want to apply this and make a change in the world and make a positive difference. And the best way to do that is to get the best education that you can and get the most skills that you can, and you can do that through the Nick School, and that way you can make a big difference in the world.
And the School of the Environment really promotes the hands-on approach and hands-on learning and getting that research. You come in your first day and they tell you all the different research opportunities that they have, and they promote that. Like, get lab experience. Even if you may not want to do that in your future, at least get the experience and let that decide if you actually want to do that. So it's amazing that we have the school that provides you those opportunities and wants to see you grow and wants to see you change the environmental world and save the world. So it's been great.
I'm actually going to ask you for a time check. What time is it?
Yeah, it is 10:24.
Whoa.
Oh, that's right, we started early.
Wait, did we start early?
No, I thought we started like 10 or 11. I was like, oh my gosh, it's probably noon already, but it's not.
Yeah, we have time.
Okay, cool.
Wow.
Yeah, and that, I think, so we're going to to do one more thing where we talk about the Marine Lab again, but I think that concludes the main event. Unless there's anything else that you guys wanted to say about why you're excited to be at the Nicholas School. I mean, you've said a lot of amazing things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm good, I
I'm
think.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you were thinking of? Yeah. You guys are so awesome.
Yeah.
It's
Yay.
just really good. Like you were saying so many things. I was like, yes. Oh, I'm so glad they said that. It's gonna make it really easy to edit this.
Good.
Yeah. Okay, so the last thing, so this might be just like a separate little clip that we edit for Scotty to use.
Yeah.
But we just really liked how you guys were talking about how you were so excited to go to
Yeah.
the Marine Lab and, you know, that, you didn't realize, I think at first, that you could go there and take courses.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly what you said, but maybe
Oh, yeah.
you guys could just have a
Okay.
short conversation about that. Does anyone need any crackers? before
I'm
we
good.
start?
I'm good.
You're
Good, yeah. Want me to? Do you want to start and I'll question you?
I was thinking like, oh, whatever. You can
Or
go
do we
ahead.
want to
If you
just
have
talk?
in mind.
Do you want to just talk? I don't
Sure.
know.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you like, what are you most excited for the Marine Lab, or like what drew you to the Marine Lab, something like that.
I don't know.
I was thinking about just talking about, because I think what she was mentioning is how I was like, I didn't know that you didn't have to be like a marine biologist to go to the Marine Lab.
Exactly. Yeah, that'd be great.
Um,
And you don't, in this part, you don't really need to ask each other questions.
Oh.
You
Okay.
just sort of start talking about it.
yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to kick it off, or you want me to kick it off?
Nah, you can go.
Okay. I think the biggest surprise about the Marine Lab was it's not just for marine biologists. I'm not necessarily sure that's something I really want to focus in. I know I want to go into wildlife conservation, but I think I'm more of a land person than an ocean lover. So the Marine Lab, at first, I was like, it's great that it's here. I probably won't go, but at least I know how the Nick School stands on environment. At least I know how Duke stands on the environment. The fact that they offer this really shows that they have like a strong environmental program, and they want environmental scientists to like have great opportunities. But then my freshman year, I actually did a field trip to the Marine Lab because it was free.
I was there.
Yeah, you were. I see our paths are destined to cross, but I went because I was like, it's free, like why not? A day at the beach. And it was more of a tour of a campus because, that's what they were doing. But it was amazing to go there because the person who was leading our tour was telling us about all these courses, and I was like, these are courses that I would be interested in taking. And I was like, I asked her, I was like, I'm not a marine biologist, but I really like the classes that you're taking or you're offering. And she was like, you don't have to be a marine biologist. You could be pre-med, or you could be an engineer. Like, these are just classes for everyone, but obviously if you're into conservation, they're great classes. And just knowing that they're not just focused on like marine stuff. Yes, they do do field trips and whatnot to the local islands, or just like on the boat rides and whatnot. It was nice to know that it's for everyone, and so they offer courses for everyone, and I can go there and take a travel course and go abroad, or I can just stay there and learn more about biology with doing field trips to the island right across that has wild horses. Like, it was amazing knowing that it's not just for one thing. It's very open, and it's got a curriculum for all types of environmentalists.
Yeah, I was also very excited when I went to visit the Marine Lab. So I also went on the freshman visitation day that they arranged from East Campus to Beaufort. Oh, I should have made that a question. I should have just been confident.
Beaufort.
But yeah, I also had the same realization when I visited. They have courses there that aren't offered, at least not in the same way as the ones that are here at Duke, at least at this campus. So, for example, when I visited, they had a new drones class that they had, which is so cool. And I have zero experience with drones, but if I were to go to the Marine Lab, and I'm planning to, I would definitely, spread my branches and try that. And I'm also really excited for the travel courses. So there's a difference between like fall and spring and I was trying to weigh my options of whether I should go in the fall or spring, and I ended up choosing to go in the spring just because they have so many options of studying abroad through the Marine Lab, which is really cool. So being at the Marine Lab itself, I think is really great because it's a change of scenery. You get ocean experience. It's like a different type of, I shouldn't have said that. I was like,
Well, yeah, it is like it's
It's
a
a-
small
yeah.
community.
yeah, that's what I was trying to say. But I was
Yeah.
like, it's not a different, it's not different people. It's just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Well, different professors.
it's a
It's like a little
It's
microcosm.
a-
That's what I
yeah.
was gonna say. I was gonna say it was a microcosm, but I was like,
it's a different Duke experience
Yeah.
because it is that close-knit community that you get to learn from, and then you get to do different classes. There are some classes that are there that aren't offered here at Duke, like conservation of sea turtle biology. I'm going to say that one more time. Conservation of sea turtles. I don't know where that was going, but
yeah.
maybe, okay, I'm trying to think.
I'm just excited too because they have a really heavy emphasis on research there too.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I visited, they were talking about how you can do independent research while you're there. There's a lot of professors that have projects, or you can have your own project and get a professor as a mentor while you're there. That's a heavy emphasis of the Marine Lab, in addition like to the really cool courses you can take and the opportunity to travel abroad and see other cool places, and also get to know the close-knit community that you will be spending a semester with.
Also, the Marine Lab has the Rachel Carson Scholars Program, so you can try and become a scholar, put that on your resume, and then also enjoy the amazing opportunities at the Marine Lab, and hopefully use that work to create an honor thesis and graduate with distinction and just be more prestigious than just having that Duke diploma.
Did you apply for that?
No, not this year.
Wait, I thought this year was our only year.
No.
Okay, this is how I need to talk to you because I don't know these things. My roommate.
Yeah, so the Rachel Carson Scholars Program, you can apply starting your sophomore year.
Oh, I see.
And you just have to have so you can apply starting your sophomore year, and then you have to get your experience, like Marine Lab experience. I think it's 2 semesters or something like that, or at least 1 semester, and then like a summer or something. And it just allows you to not only take the classes there, but then also have like a project of your kind of own, or work with someone at the Marine Lab and get that experience in their lab, but then also the lab experience is with the hope that at the end you'll be able to write up a paper and publish it, or at least get an honors thesis off of it. Yeah.
So, and then can you also talk about just the fact that you guys are both, you sort of touched on it, but you're like definitely planning the spring of your senior year,
Junior,
junior year,
yeah.
junior year to go. Yeah. Just talk about that a little more.
Will you do it?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm trying to think what courses I'm gonna.
I don't know what course I'm
Take.
taking, but
You want to take it off?
sure.
You want me to ask you?
What? Oh,
Okay.
I don't know. It's whatever.
I can ask you like, what are your spring plans, or something?
I was just
Or do
gonna
you want
say,
to just
like-
talk? Just talk.
Yeah, I was just gonna say like, yeah. So it turns out we're gonna go to the Marine Lab at the same time.
Of course.
So yeah, we're both looking forward to our junior spring to spend our semester at the Marine Lab, which will be really exciting. Maybe we'll be doing research there again. Could be roommates or lab mates again.
And then also being at the Marine Lab, and then also abroad a few places, because the spring does offer the travel courses. So maybe going to Singapore or Puerto Rico or Belize or any other destinations that are available for you to spend 4 weeks at, which will be fun. We'll probably end up on the same ones.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm mostly excited for a change in the classes, like a difference between the classes that I take here at Duke and the classes I take there. For example, one of the classes I just finished, organic chemistry, had at least 150 people in it. It was an enormous class, very impersonal lecture, and that's the way it happens with these general introductory courses. But at the Marine Lab, it would be a smaller group of people. We all know each other. We all live together and go to the dining hall together. And it's more of a one-on-one interaction with the professor. And I think to go out in the field with a professor and have a class with them and this small group of people that you're spending a lot of time with is a different kind of education than you would get on campus, perhaps. Not saying that those kind of courses aren't available here on campus, but it's like the norm at the Marine Lab. Yeah.
It's also nice that you'll have that small, close community with, for the most part, environmental science majors, and you'll get to meet each other and start building those bonds and being like, hey, we're like trying to go in the same field, and just seeing how different people go into different environmental science fields is really interesting, and seeing what they're interested in, maybe like toxicology or environmental health, or versus wildlife conservation, and just having that close community and getting to know people better, and then hopefully to come back to main campus with more friends that you hadn't had before. It's great.
Yeah, I like what you said about like environmental science majors, but also people who may not be just environmental science or have different interests. So my roommate, Candace, is really, really into the marine lab, and she's already been and she plans to go back. So she's actually an engineer, and she took the drone class over the summer, and her love is sharks. She really loves sharks. So she's spending her time at the marine lab learning about conservation and biology and environmental science while she's studying at the Pratt School here on campus. And she's kind of bringing an intersection between engineering and our natural world, and she's going to use those skills in the future that she's learned at the marine lab to, well, for her dream job to work at the Monterey Bay Aquarium as like a technician for their marine exhibits, which I think is really cool. And I like the fact that even though Candace isn't an environmental science major like me, she can still go to the marine lab and have an amazing experience and grow so much from it.
Sorry.
You good?
Yeah, I was like about to sneeze the whole time. I was like, no.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, you guys are doing such a good job. Could you just say one more time, and maybe, yes, we can sort of coordinate this. So you'll say, I'm planning to go my
The spring junior
spring
year.
junior semester,
Yeah.
and then you can say, oh yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Just to sort of have that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to ask me, like, when do you plan on going?
Yes, yes, I'll ask you that. And then maybe I can ask you, I don't know, do you need a transition for the marine lab?
Or do you? No,
okay,
you
so I'll just ask you,
Yeah.
So when are you planning on going to the marine lab?
I'm planning on going to the marine lab in the spring, my junior spring.
Me too. We'll be there together.
Yay!
Oh, that's great.
Okay.
And could you say, sorry, one other thing that might not be clear for people who aren't familiar, that you're going to spend the whole semester there?
Yeah.
kind of
Oh,
thing?
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So sort of that same thing.
Yeah, so I plan, yeah, so we'll be together and we'll be there for the spring semester, junior year. Yeah.
I'm excited to spend the whole semester on a different campus. It'll be so awesome.
It'll be a nice change in scenery, especially because it'll be on the beach versus the lovely Duke Forest.
Yep.
Perfect, you guys. It's really great. So unless you have anything else, I think we just have one more thing, which is we'll have you guys, I'm going to disconnect you from your mics.
Oh, are you gonna have a sit down?
Yeah. so
I saw
have
that. I
you-
remember the videos.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you walk in and like give each other a hug and just sit down, just to have
Okay.
sort of a little